All right, let's dive into something that's becoming more and more critical in our hyper-connected world: the new rules of discretion. In an age where it feels like everything is public, what you choose to keep private, well, that might just be your greatest asset.
So picture this. It's January 8th, 2026. We're in Brooklyn, New York. It's one of those cold winter nights, a night that's about to completely change someone's life. Not for the better.
There's this guy, and he is absolutely thrilled about getting a promotion. So what does he do? He goes on LinkedIn and shares everything. Not just, hey, I got a new job. No, he lays out all the details: his new salary range, the confidential projects he's going to be leading, even some of the company's internal strategy. He thinks he's just sharing a win.
But just 2 days later, that celebration, it completely backfires. His career, something he spent years building, is just destroyed. All because of that one single post that seemed so harmless at the time.
So what went wrong? What was his big mistake? He completely forgot that in this new world we live in, information isn't just shared anymore, it's weaponized.
In his story, it really shines a light on a new kind of danger that we're all facing. The old rules of privacy? They're gone. And what you share online now has consequences that are way more immediate and way more severe than you can imagine.
I mean, think about it. Just a few years back, oversharing might get you an embarrassing comment from a friend. But fast forward to 2026, and it's just plain dangerous. Every post, every little comment is being scraped by AI, analyzed by competitors, and, you guessed it, potentially used against you.
This really gets to the heart of it. The new kind of discretion isn't about hiding some shameful secret. It's all about protecting your most valuable assets: your big ideas, your strategies, your peace of mind, and yeah, even your money.
So how in the world do we navigate this new reality? Well, the answer lies in a really simple framework, and it's all built around this number, 7.
That's right, 7 things you absolutely positively must never share. Think of these as the new boundaries you need for a world where information is power, and you might be giving yours away without even realizing it.
Okay, the first set of rules is all about your first line of defense. They're designed to help you guard what you're building, your ambition and your assets.
We're going to cover 3 key areas where keeping quiet is just critical: your future plans, your finances, and your personal problems. Let's break down exactly why each one of these can be a major vulnerability. Okay, rule number 1, never ever share your future plans. You might think that announcing your big idea will get you support, but in reality, it often just invites sabotage. Competitors can swoop in and steal your idea before you even get started. Your own colleagues might see your cool side project as you not being committed to your actual job. The lesson here is pretty simple: work in silence and let your results do all the talking.
And that leads us right into rule 2. Sharing how much money you make, whether it's a lot or a little, totally changes how people see you. If you're doing well, you suddenly become a target for scammers and even just plain old resentment. And if you're struggling, you risk being seen as incompetent. Keeping your finances to yourself isn't about modesty. It's a crucial security strategy.
Now, rule 3 tackles a very modern trap: confusing authenticity with oversharing. Look, when you broadcast your personal problems to the world, you're not really being authentic. You're just giving people ammunition to use against you. I heard about one woman who tweeted about her mental health struggles, and that tweet was later used as a reason to deny her a promotion. True authenticity is strategic. It's about being real with the right people at the right time, like a therapist or a trusted friend, not just shouting your pain from the rooftops.
So, beyond protecting your goals, you also have to protect your social capital. This next set of rules is all about guarding 2 of your most fragile assets: the trust people have in you and your reputation. So here we're going to talk about keeping other people's secrets, how you present your own good deeds, and, really importantly, the privacy of your own family.
Rule 4 is all about other people's secrets. Think about it. When you share something that was told to you in confidence, you're basically trading your long-term integrity for a quick hit of social currency. It's a bad trade. In a world where genuine trust is becoming so rare, being known as someone who's trustworthy, that makes you invaluable. Break that trust, and you'll find yourself on the outside looking in, real fast.
This brings us to rule 5, and it really comes down to this one simple question: would you still do your good deeds if nobody could ever find out? When you broadcast your charity work, you run the risk of people calling it performative activism, using someone else's hardship to get social media points. Real generosity doesn't need an audience. The impact itself should be the reward, not the likes. And Rule 6 is so critical, especially when it comes to family. There's the story about a father, David Reyes, who posted all about his daughter's behavioral issues. He thought he was asking for help, but what he actually did was violate her trust and totally humiliate her. Your family members, they deserve control over their own stories. Their struggles are not your content. The best way to handle these things is privately, with professionals or just within the family, to protect their dignity and your relationships.
All of these rules, they're really pointing to one final, incredibly powerful tool. So let's talk about the strategic and, honestly, profound power of silence.
And here's our final rule, number 7. It's all about guarding your weaknesses. The whole modern cult of vulnerability can be a form of self-sabotage if you're not careful. Instead, try using a strategic framework for what you share. Your therapist? They get everything. Your closest friends? You can share your progress with them. Your professional network? They should see your strengths. And the public? Let them celebrate your victories with you. This isn't about being dishonest, it's about being smart. You would never hand your opponents a roadmap to your weaknesses.
So what's the new playbook? It's really a 3-step process. Step 1, work in silence. Step 2, build in private. And Step 3, launch with an impact that's so big, it speaks for itself. Let your results make all the noise, not your announcements.
You know, when it all comes down to it, it's this simple. We live in an age of constant surveillance. From algorithms, sure, but also from other people. In this kind of environment, controlling your own information, practicing discretion, that's not about hiding. It's about holding on to your power.
And I just want to leave you with this one last thought. The world is constantly screaming for your data, your opinions, your secrets. So maybe, just maybe, the most powerful, the most radical, and the most strategic thing you can do is practice intentional silence.